Good
Good
morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
How
Hello.
is everybody? How are you, Karen?
Awesome. How are you guys?
We're
Good.
fabulous.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. There we go.
Oh my goodness.
Friday.
Yeah,
awesome.
it's really exciting because what day is it today? There's only 22 days until Christmas now.
Oh, really? I should be excited about that. I'm actually playing Mrs. Claus at the mall, a bunch of shifts this month. So, I'm excited to do that because the kids are always excited to come in and, get their picture taken.
I love
But that just seems so, where did this year go? Right?
I know, it's gone really fast. I feel like every year goes by quicker and quicker. Or I don't know, as I get older, I feel like it goes faster and faster every year.
Yeah, well, and with what went on this year, maybe we should be glad that it's coming to an end.
Yeah.
Bye.
Maybe next year we'll get back to normal again. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I used to do photography for the malls down in Edmonton, and I used to do the Santa photos, and it was so fun.
Right?
So fun to see the kids. And then you're standing there with like symbols. I went to the dollar store and was like, I grabbed anything that made noise so that we could get the babies' attentions. That's
awesome. Well, I do it with Kelowna Actors Studio here in Kelowna. And one of the things they actually do, which is so cool, is it's called a text from Santa. So they set it up, and I think it's only $15 or something, but Santa will text your child every day from December 1st to the 25th, and your kid can talk back and forth with Santa. So, like there's kids who have been bullied, who want to talk to a Santa about it, so there's all these things going on. But then the very coolest thing is on Christmas Eve, the parents send a picture of their Christmas tree to Santa. And they superimpose the Santa that the kids saw at our photo thing, because there's 4 revolving Santas, and there's Santa superimposed by their Christmas tree with their presents. So the child wakes up Christmas morning and gets a text from Santa like, I was at your Christmas tree last night, right? And then, so it's such a cool thing that they do.
Wow, that's exciting.
I know. Now I am in the Christmas spirit just talking about all that.
See, there we go.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I need to go watch a Hallmark movie now.
Oh my goodness. Well, Jen, I guess I should let you do your introduction.
Who am I? I'm Karen. I'm a Karen Shale. I'm a fellow business owner of Jennifer and Charlene. And yeah, I've been working online now for this December. This Christmassy December will be my 3rd year.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
How do you squeeze it in with all you do? So Karen was just...
Well, I'll just interject really quickly, Charlene, because that's the beautiful thing about working online is once you are up and running and it's working for you 24/7, I also am a full-time mortgage broker. I do acting. I'm doing Mrs. Claus at the mall. And yet, I had a buyer come in yesterday who I'll be setting up a coaching call with. So this business runs right beside everything else that's going on in your life. It will not take up your life, but it will enhance your life to a degree you can't even imagine. So that's why we're all sitting here doing what we're doing, because we have busy lives, right?
Well, I actually...
Hi, Karen.
Karen. 2 Karens.
We're taking over the world.
You are. Good Karens. These are the good.
True.
I actually know Karen because I had invited her a couple weeks ago to do one of our team Zooms, and Karen, your energy was so explosive in a good way. Like our team walked away energized and empowered and reinvested and
good to hear.
Energized, and it was just such a beautiful meeting. And so I am so excited to have you on here today. And she is very, very well versed in law of attraction and meditation and tapping, which I have been trying to do, but my kids keep interrupting me. And she's writing a book.
The book is done. The book
Is
is
it done?
done. Yeah, I have an editor in Germany, and she just contacted me this morning because I finally got the ISBN number from Canada. We're lucky as authors here in Canada. They give us a free one. We don't even have to pay for it. So she's packaging it all together today and tomorrow, and then I'm going to have that link, and out it goes on Amazon.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
That's
It's a
exciting.
Christmas miracle.
So can you share it with the world today, or do you have to wait still until it's
To share it with the world? No, it's called Dancing from the Inside Out, a Law of Attraction Midlife Makeover Guide, no experience necessary. So basically it's not a long read. Most people, if you're an avid reader, could probably sit down and read it in an afternoon. But basically it's kind of like a law of attraction for dummies. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean that in a way of, I kind of have heard about this law of attraction thing, know something about it, but I don't really know anything else. And then where does my experience come in? I've been studying it literally before it was even a household word like it is now. I'm 58 years old. So when I started reading about all this stuff and starting meditating and visualization, I was 28 years old. So I have been on a 30-year journey with all this. I have read probably every book under the sun. I've gone to hundreds of hours of live seminars on it with many different teachers. And I feel like I'm using it in a place in my life right now where I can now speak to others about it. I do not profess to know it all. I guess that's the whole thing about this journey called life and law of attraction and energy work is we're ongoing works in process. We are painting our picture and we're never putting down the paintbrush. It's an ongoing journey. So I'm just hoping to help people kind of get a head start on it and really learn how to use it in their own life and apply it to their life rather than very esoteric out there, quantum physics, what's going on over in that parallel reality. It's not like that. It's here's this thing. We walk around with it in the world every single day, right? We have this powerful energy, and yet we're walking through life like this. And it doesn't need to be that way. So the goal with my book is just to help people see, here's some really basic things you can do, because once you get the basics down and you see it working for you, and then you start to believe it, right? Because it's not like gravity. We can believe gravity works because it's holding us to the planet, right? We can't fly away. So we believe it works even though we can't see it. Law of attraction is one of those things that you can't see it. It's not a tangible, but the physical effects are everywhere around us. So once you have the basics down and you start applying it in your life and then seeing it work, when you start to foster a belief in it, that's when everything just opens up for you.
It really is a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle, and it's a good lifestyle, and it's one of those things where it takes a little bit of work at first because a lot of it come into it with very ingrained thought patterns, behaviors, and beliefs that may go right back to childhood. And one of the things that is really key with law of attraction is you can't keep looking back there and expecting to create something different out here.
Yeah.
Right? The bottom line with law of attraction and creating what you want and lifting your vibration is really don't focus on anything that doesn't make you happy. Yeah. So I know we've got all these news and we've got COVID and we've got heat domes happening and we've got floods happening here in BC, and there's all these things we could focus on. And when all that was going on last week and a couple of weeks ago, and I kept going on the news and looking at all this stuff, which I look at the news because I want to be informed, you know, is the world falling apart? Do I really need to grab my bag and run? Or is there just, you know, what's happening? But I normally then don't dwell on it. I don't carry it through my day. But there was so much happening in BC with the floods. You know, Trans-Canada's broken in half or cut off from Vancouver. It seems very apocalyptic, right? And all of a sudden I walk out and I've got a flat tire on my car. In all my years of driving, I got my driver's license when I was 17. I've never had a flat tire. I've never had a car breakdown. There was a flat tire and it was hard to fix. It took them 4 days to get it in and out. Cost me 2 new winter tires. Then something broke down in my house. And I'm like, oh my Lord. Like I could just look at these as random things, but I'm looking at all these apocalyptic events, and now it's starting to materialize in my own life as little mini apocalyptic events. And me, as the person who teaches this stuff, I had to sit down and go, no one else creating this but you.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the middle of it, creating flat tires and this breaking and that breaking and this email coming in that I'm not happy with.
Yeah.
So it's now up to me, before I keep laying track and keeping my train going in that direction, to not lay one more piece of track with that negative thought. You remove the track so the train has no forward momentum, and you just stop.
Yeah.
And when I did that, and I got back to what I know, which is the meditation and the tapping and the reading and the journaling and all that stuff, and trying to lift up my thoughts and doing some priming exercises. You can find those on YouTube if you're not familiar with it. Tony Robbins has an amazing priming exercise. Look it up. 15 minutes will change your day. Once I started to get back to that, everything changed back around again. But for me, those little mini snapshots are good reminders of how powerful we are.
Yep.
We don't realize it. We think life is happening to us, and we're not. We're creating realities with our vibration that we either like, love, and want more of, or that we don't like, and that are causing us angst and pain.
I'm with Karen Seaton. I don't watch the news now. And same with you, Karen. To be informed, to see what's going on. Is there anything we need to, other than that, I don't check the COVID numbers. I don't like none of that. I've really strained my Facebook news feed now. I've strained it to more of the positive because it just everywhere. So, and you have to limit it.
You have to because, sorry, go ahead.
The more you focus on one thing, the more you just get that, no matter what it is. So if you want more positivity, you just surround yourself with more positive, like-minded people and focus on the good things.
Exactly.
That's what I love about our community.
Yeah, it's very uplifting. And that's the thing. And people might say it's a head in the sand mentality, like, oh, you're not aware of what's going on out there. And I'm quite happy in my little bubble. Do I look unhappy about that? So if the goal of life is to be joyful and happy, then sometimes keeping your head in the sand and just focusing on what makes you happy is the way to go. Yeah. And I mean, relating it to our business, we're in the business of helping people, right? Like as we're business owners and coaches and our teams are growing, we want to motivate and stay positive for them. And I want to do that for my own business because when I do, you can see all that growing and happening. We have an amazing opportunity with this business, right? And we have to look at our business exactly like it is. Imagine if you were a store owner and you opened your doors every day and you're like, okay, come on in, merchandise is over there. I'll be by the till. Let me know when you want. No, we're running a business, and and this business is, I think, the best opportunity for anybody out there. So we want to fill it with that joy, right? And be happy every day that we get to do it.
We have 2 Karens and 2 Jennifers right now. I'm outnumbered.
Fabulous.
Hi, Jennifer.
See, that's how the law of attraction works.
Yeah. So I'm not attracted. Somebody go find a Charlene and pop them on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I completely agree. I had never heard about, I hadn't necessarily, I think I heard about it, but I wasn't familiar with law of attraction or how much your mindset affects your everyday life. More so than when I started this business and joined this community. That was when everything kicked in for us. And the videos and the support in the community and the lives and everything that you get when you join our community and you join this business, that made a huge difference in our life. And that was really when my life did a 180.
Yeah. And it's hard to imagine a community of this size, like we're thousands now compared to when I started 3 years ago, and how fast we grow. Every single day, new people are joining from all over the world. And yet, how are we attracting such positive people into the thousands? That's what always amazes me, right? So it's just crazy. Yeah.
It's incredibly
and everybody helping each other.
Yes.
Right. I think, actually, it's like our little community is like a snapshot of what the world should be like.
Oh, yes. It's that ripple effect that
Yeah.
we hope to
Yeah.
have, you know,
Yeah.
like you said, we're trying to help people. We're trying to help them realize what is possible and what they can have and what they deserve. And it's just that ripple effect. It started with you. It started with Jennifer.
Yeah.
It's, you know, Karen and the other Jennifer. And it just goes outwards.
And the thing of it is too, is none of us really knew what we were getting ourselves into when we started. You know,
that's true.
Something different than what we were doing before because it wasn't quite working for whatever our situation was.
Yes.
So we wanted something different. We wanted that change. So energetically, we were putting that out there.
Yes.
You know? And then it came to us in this form, and here we are now. You know,
absolutely,
it's amazing. And the friendships that we've built over the past, you know, however long we've been in the, you know, community and stuff like that. Like Charlene and I met last summer and we hit it off, but we have no connection in the business at all, you know, just friendship. So it's really amazing.
Yeah, I think it is amazing. And I think about the two businesses that I tried before this one, and both obviously I failed because I'm here now, but I knew I wanted to work online. I just knew that people were making money online. I didn't know how to do it. I'm not a techie. I was like, there's gotta be some way. And I remember putting it out there to the universe and saying, if there is this thing out there, show it to me. If there's not, fine, I'll go on with my life and I'll be a happy mortgage broker and, you know, I'll do whatever I need to do. And then it was literally 2 days later that I saw my coach Sarah's post, and I contacted her and watched the videos, and all that. And I think one of the things that when you talk about Jennifer, about none of us knew what we were getting into, right? So you're always a little, so the one online business I tried, the reason I failed was there was no support, literally none. So I'm $4,500 into this system and I can't even get somebody on a chat support that's answering a question for me, never mind anything. So when Sarah's like, oh, our training system. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I heard that before, sure. But I trusted Sarah because I actually knew her as a fellow mortgage broker. So there was an element of trust there. And then I get the training system link and I hit the button. I'm like, what's it gonna be? And it was like, hallelujah. And this God beam came down and shone on it. And I'm like, oh, finally, dear Lord, there it is. It's step by step. It's manageable bites. And I had an ad up and running, I think, in 3 weeks. So that was the difference. Massive. Our training system, I mean, you ladies know, there's nothing else out there like it on the planet.
Yeah. I volunteer on the training committee. And so I see what they do on the back end and I know what goes into it. And I tenfold tell people, like, this is real. This is legitimate. We have people who are volunteering their time to make this a better community, to make it successful for everyone who puts in the time and the effort, who's determined with the drive to change their life. If you don't have the drive, it's not going to do anything for you. But for everybody else, it's amazing.
It is. And that speaks to our community about so many people working behind the scenes to make it work for everybody, right? And yeah, I mean, it's absolutely legit. I could show you my tax bill from CRA last year with my corporation. It's legit, trust me. I'm paying taxes on my money.
Yeah. Aren't we all? It's really nice to have, before I joined the training site committee, I had no idea what went on. And then that's just the training site committee. That's not the people that build your website for you. They build your funnel for you. You send them the information. You don't have to have technical experience.
Yeah.
Absolutely everybody in our community can do any part of this because we have dedicated groups of individuals in the back end.
Email drip system that runs 24/7. That's all done for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Automation is amazing.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to see everything come together.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great community. We have great leaders in our community. I think it's kind of one of those things that what's at the top is going to roll down. And that's why all of us are so successful in this, is because we've got amazing leaders who work as hard as we do.
And they work at making sure that foundation is strong. And,
Yeah.
the little people at the bottom, for lack of a better term, but the little people matter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I worked in insurance. I didn't matter. The CEO mattered.
Yeah.
Who might have mattered. I didn't matter,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think of businesses like that, and people talk about pyramid schemes and all that. That truly is the ultimate pyramid scheme. When you work for a company like that, and there's the guy at the top.
Yeah.
Right. And then it filters down to the hardest working person, which is usually the receptionist doing 50 things, getting paid minimum wage. So,
and
right?
A receptionist will never surpass the CEO's commissions or paychecks or salaries. Whereas, in our business, we can very much pass our coaches and
Absolutely.
and those who have been here long before us.
Absolutely. And we see it happen.
Yeah, all the time.
Right?
No.
We see it happen. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, what was that, Jen?
Awesome. No, I just said it's incredible. It's incredible how you see the evolution over the years, because same thing with myself. I've been here for 3.5 years, and the evolution of everything as a whole. It's not, it's for everyone in the community. It's not just for one singular person. It's for everyone.
Yes.
I think my favorite part is when you get a mentee and they're scared to do a go live, or they're scared to start a page, or they're scared to post in our large community of 100,000 plus people. And then all of a sudden they're doing go lives, and they're posting on their page, and they're sharing their story and their life, and they're speaking up in team Zooms, and just watching them evolve as a person, and watching that trickle into their life as well. I love it.
Absolutely. And that's a really, really good point, because I guess when we think about why did any of us get into an online business, because we wanted to make more money. I mean, obviously, right? Oh, that's great that I met all these people, and isn't that wonderful? But the truth of it is it goes so much deeper than that, because when you see somebody literally change their life because of this business. And I don't necessarily mean in a financial way, which it typically does, but just like you said, Charlene, they become more confident. Yeah. They now know that they don't have to have their hand out for somebody else to give them money. They're creating their own wealth. That's huge for people. That's huge for people. And the sense of comfort and security to be able to depend on yourself, because I'll tell you, when you've got a boss telling you, here's your piece of paper telling you what you're worth every month, and you look at it and go, I guess it's not very much, that's very defeating for a lot of people. Yeah. So I think this business has given people back their, I guess, just their feeling of self-worth, right?
My teenagers were making more than I was. And I'm pretty sure I was working harder.
That happens a lot.
That
happens a lot. Yeah. A friend of mine is a partner in a law firm, and you'd think, oh, she actually gets paid last because they pay and then they get paid on. And it's amazing. I was kind of gobsmacked when she told me about sometimes how that works. And I'm thinking there's been months where I've made more than my friend who's a partner in a law firm.
Yeah. I received
and I didn't go to school. Sorry, Shirley.
No, it's okay. I received commissions already, like one payday, that were already larger than I was making, which is for me.
And that's the crazy thing. So we paid $149, right? We watched a webinar, we got a coaching call. They told us what we need to do to start our business, and we did that. And then we went through training, and then all of a sudden we're getting these paychecks that rival somebody who, runs a law firm. And it's crazy to think that this opportunity is out there for anyone, right? Who can just get past their, when we talk about people have this, I'm fearful, or I'm doubtful, or I'm skeptical. All it is they don't believe in themselves, because anybody who believes in themselves is going to do well in this business. So if you can get past your lack of self-belief, and we will help you do that, you're going to make it in this business all day long. Yeah.
Jennifer says, but what grade is that in this community? Or wait, what great is that in this community, even though people are not at the same level, there isn't a feel of us and them. I may be a 2A right now, but I feel like I belong.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's equal, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we and I get that wholeheartedly because being a part of, again, the training site committee, I'm in there with people from all over the community and all levels in the community, and there's no judgment. There's no I'm higher than you or you're lower than me, or there's none of that. We collaborate, we work together, we're a team. I mean, incredible things happen. Absolutely incredible things happen because of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's perspective, everyone's point of view, everyone is valued for what they bring. Everyone in this business brings something to their own business, to their mentees, to their team.
Mm-hmm. And how many businesses can you say that about?
Yeah. I mean, I've worked a lot of places, and I don't think I've ever felt as comfortable or had the camaraderie as we do in this one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Totally agree.
Yep. I completely agree.
And then let's go back to the money. No 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
It's going to pay what this will.
We had a one day payday of what would have been equivalent to my husband working out of the home in the he was a semi truck driver, so he was always gone, and that one day payday was equivalent to him working over 100 hours.
Oh my gosh!
Away from
Jennifer,
our family.
that's crazy.
It was mind blowing. It was really mind blowing. And
wow.
The day that he walked away from that trucking job was the most liberating day of our life. And
so again, this changed your life. This changed your family's life, right? That's what I'm talking about. It goes so far beyond money.
Yes.
It's the time. It's really the time.
Yeah.
You know, our son is now 10 years old, and for the past 2 years, he's got to know his dad.
So. Nice.
And you get to homeschool, you get to keep him home and homeschool and
Well, he's not feeling the greatest right now, and I don't have to call my boss to say I can't come in because I have to be at home with him. I get to choose to be at home with him. That's my choice. And if I can't work on my business in that particular day, that's okay because it's still running for me.
It's just running anyway.
The connections, I'm still generating the income, everything, while I'm paying attention to him.
Yeah. And Jennifer, I think that talks, like a lot of moms go through that, where no matter what, you're going to feel guilty. I feel guilty if I leave my sick child and go to work, or I feel guilty if I have to call in sick and stay home with my sick child. It's like there's no win-win, right? Where there was no boss who had to say blah, blah, blah to you. I'm just with my child because he's ill, right? And I think that's how life should be. We shouldn't have to be made to feel guilty because we're making decisions
for our family.
Yeah.
We last year or this year I gave my notice. I'm already looking at it as last year, but this year I gave my notice.
Yay!
I was on maternity leave, and I just decided I have so much faith in this business, and it's working for us, and our support and community is amazing, and that was it. And because of that, and because of the confidence that I've gained from this business, I am as well homeschooling 5 out of 6 kids, and home with the kids. And like Karen said, I get to snuggle my baby, and so I was really lucky that I didn't have to leave him, and I didn't have to pay daycare fees because, oh my gosh, it was crazy for me. I wouldn't even get a paycheck.
Well,
that's the reality of it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hard reality that a lot of people deal with.
It's heartbreaking. It's
like after you pay daycare fees, what are you working for? $3 an hour or something stupid like?
Yeah. It's heartbreaking, like you said, Karen, to have to make that choice.
Yeah.
You have to be put in a position to make that choice, and to be in a society where family isn't priority sickens me to my stomach.
Yeah. Well, the beautiful thing about what we're doing, I mean, I don't have kids, right? but being close to retirement, so I can speak to the other end of the scale, is if you are single income and retirement is looming, I've joked about this before, that my options were winning the lottery or marrying a rich old man. But, the truth is something had to happen.
Yeah.
Right? Because retirement was a scary thought for me.
It's not.
I was laying awake at night, sometimes worrying about what was I going to do?
Yeah.
Especially because we're in this place right now where we're being healthier than we ever have before. People are living longer than ever before. So, you retire at 65 and you live for 30 more years.
Yeah.
30 more years. Think about that.
Yeah.
That was the part where it felt like it was crushing my chest, where I would be thinking 30 more years, and how much do I need a year for 30 years? And it would be like, oh no. So this for me is my retirement plan. And personally, you gals are young, you're young families. Me, it's my retirement plan. So again, I'm the other end of the spectrum, but it also speaks to anybody of any age can do this business, because I'm 58.
But you go out and you go to the grocery stores, or you go get, fuel or whatever. You go to the nearest retail outlet, and it's heartbreaking to see the seniors still having to work.
Yeah.
When I was an assistant manager for a company, it was the hardest thing when you can't give these ones hours because you need to make sure the full-time ones have hours, and they don't have enough to pay their rent.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to see society like that, especially, again, like you said, anybody can do this. They just have to step out of their own way.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, one of the big leaders in our community, Deborah, I'm trying to think how old Deborah is now. I think she's in her 70s.
I think she's in the 70s.
So she started in her late 60s, and she's got a massive team now, and she's living in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when she started, she couldn't even run her smartphone to figure out how to do anything. So.
Oh, I love her. Oh my gosh, I love her. And I love when she shares her story. I cry every time she shares her
I know. It's an amazing story. So
the challenges she's overcome, and she's still here.
Yeah. We have to get over this notion that working online is for, Kim Kardashian on Instagram. It's so not like that anymore, people. It's just not. Literally anybody can do this. Yeah.
I met Deborah 2 summers ago at one of the meetups that the community gets to do in the different provinces. They get together, and I met Deborah, and I got to listen to her story among other people, and I cried, and I felt like I was meeting a celebrity. I literally had tears in my eyes because I had watched her journey, because right alongside of us, and it was so amazing. And then to hear her story in person, it was so touching.
Yeah. She's an amazing person. Yeah, with a really, really strong team. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She just vibrates that energy out to the world. Like, if I can do this, anyone can do this.
Right? And Jennifer, that's exactly what we were talking about before. Nothing is going to limit anybody in this business from hitting that button except that their own self-doubt. Right? 100%. Because that's what stops most people from doing anything that's outside of the little box that they're used to living in. But I'll tell you, that little box that you're living in, what's in that little box? Is travel in there? Is time with your family in there? Is peace of mind so you can sleep through the night in there? No, you're living in that little box, and you're usually stuffing more fear in there, and it's not getting out. So this is a way just to get rid of that, break free from it. Become Deborah living down in Mexico, doing your Zooms with your... That's how life should be. I don't know why we all got around to this mind thought of life has to be a certain limiting way, and that's all we get.
Yeah.
And that's all we deserve, because that's so not true. It's just simply not true.
Hi, Tina. Thanks for
Hi, Tina.
Today. And we're living in a time now where so much more is possible.
Yeah.
Like, we are a global community. We have people all over the world, team members from all over the world. There's just so much more out there. There's how many different social media platforms that we have available to us in this business to advertise and to share stories. I mean, there's just, the opportunities are quite literally endless for us.
Yeah. And I mean, let's just speak really briefly to the advertising online, because I think that's what scares a lot of people. Like, advertising there's many ways to advertise on social media without necessarily having to do a video so we teach you all of that. But the thing is as you get more comfortable, you're going to start to be okay with doing those things, and you're actually going to learn to like it, right? You're going to want to, yeah. So, but at the end of the day, you start out again in small, manageable bites. You learn in little bits and pieces, and then you get the fuller picture, and then, and off you go. And then you can really do what you want. You can use whatever social media platform you like, but don't be thinking that all of a sudden you have to be out there like da 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 da, because it's not like that at first.
No. And again, the support behind you is 110.
Yeah.
I mean, look at, just our Friday with Friends. I mean, Karen, thank you so much for coming on. I reached out and she was, no problem. But again, we have no connection at all, and you came on our team Zoom and it was incredible. And everybody takes time to help somebody else in this community. Mm-hmm. And I just did a little presentation for our team this week. And one of the things that we did was we asked some business owners that are pretty high up what their best business advice would be for people who were just starting out. And we did a little slideshow. And the biggest thing they said, the theme of the whole thing was reach out. Yeah. It doesn't matter who it is. Reach out, ask questions, ask for help. Don't be shy. Like, expand your bubble, because if you stay in your bubble, nothing's going to happen. Nothing changes.
It's true.
Nothing. But when you bring more people in and more people inspire and help and support, I mean, you're only going to grow.
Yeah. And I mean, there's no way anybody could come into this business and say they failed because there was no help.
Yeah.
Between the masterminds, the Zooms, the training system, the coaching, the mentoring, your own team, anybody else's team, there's so much help that you literally have to hit a button and there's going to be some sort of answer there or somebody for you to talk to. So if anybody comes in and, something doesn't work, or, it wasn't because the help wasn't there. Again, it was probably their lack of self-belief, because the system works and it works all day long.
Yeah. Love it. Yeah. Well, I guess Karen has to go soon.
So I have to go to the gym and stay healthy so I can live to be 90, and that's why I need all my money.
I'm going to live seriously through you while you're at the gym. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, ladies, so much for having me on this morning. This was awesome. I loved it.
Thank you for coming on, and thank you everyone who tuned in. Jennifer, Tina, Karen, everybody. It was really exciting and such a good conversation. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And look for Karen's book. Karen, would you remind us one more time what the name of your book will be?
Well, the main title is Dancing from the Inside Out. And
it will be available on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm going to throw it out on Amazon, and hopefully by next week. Wow. Yep, and then it'll be added. That's another thing with our training site, is we have a library of inspirational and motivational books that we add, and my book will be on our training site as well.
That is so incredible.
I know, it's so exciting.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, thank you, everyone. Jennifer, did you have anything you wanted to say?
No, I just want to say thank you, and I'm looking forward to picking that book up to add it to my
book. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you, Charlene. Thanks, everyone who popped a little chat on there.
Yeah, we will see you again next Friday. We have Mark and Glenda joining us. They're an amazing couple in this business. They've built a fantastic foundation, and we will be talking to them same time next week.
Nice. Awesome.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye now.